What's up, my dudes? My name is Sister Turley, and this is the track review of MountainSideMX. So, what attracted me to this track was obviously the mountains, bro, for sure. They look really cool on this track. They look a lot like some of my old school tracks that I used to make way back in the day where I had those just crazy spire-type mountains like that. You'll notice that on a lot of my old school custom tracks, but yeah, definitely one of those more different styles of tracks. So, check out this rad backflip right here, bro. That was 110% on accident right there. So, this is one of those tracks that's just outside of the box, you know, not just the same ordinary, another woodland vibe, Budds Creek, you know. I mean, those tracks are cool and all, but I really love these tracks right here that really try something different. They try to actually innovate a little bit and just try different things with the actual editor. And it doesn't matter if the actual on-track is not even that good. I don't even care. As long as you did something different, it's moving the culture forward. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, that's what we have to do with things in life. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, you got to open up your mind. The human mind is so crazy because there's no limit to it. But it seems like it's so easy to get stuck in that everyday just habit of doing the same thing and follow the rules. And it's like our society has put us in these strict set of rules, and it makes our mind really dull. And what you have to do is just open that mind. You got to try really hard, okay? It's not easy. You really got to focus, and once you open your mind and have no limits, the possibilities are endless, bro. I'm telling you, like, there's no limit to what you can make, what you can create, how good you can get at something. It applies to everything, and that's really why I love custom tracks that really try something different. And you guys will notice on a lot of my old school custom tracks, there's some crazy ones out there, man. There's some custom tracks that make absolutely no sense, and a lot of times the on-track completely sucked, or the ruts weren't cool, or the jumps sucked, or whatever, but at least I tried something different. I can always look back and say, at least that was somewhat innovative. So yeah, I really just love that about this track, man, where it's actually something a little different, just something unique. And oh my god, crashing right there. I don't know what the heck I was doing in this rut right here, but this is one of those tracks that is very different in every single way that it's built. And god, don't you love on MX Simulator when you crash once and then it seems like you literally cannot get up off the ground? You just crash again and then crash again. Oh my god, I just love that when it's in the race and you're leading some race out there and then you crash, and then all of a sudden you crash again and then crash again, then you lost like 30 seconds in one crash. Oh my goodness, man. That is one of the craziest things ever to happen. So crashing like crazy here, bro. Don't really know what the heck I was doing, but let me play this back in some third person. So yeah, MountainSideMX, it just, there's certain tracks out there you can just tell they're innovative, like there's something different. And what happens when you start to innovate and you start to really try to make new and different kind of things, it may not necessarily be what you make, but like I was saying before, you may spark an idea in somebody else's head, so then that may take off, and then he may spark an idea in somebody else's head, and that's how things get invented. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like one person one day just went, oh, bam, that's how that worked. I really don't think that's how anything was invented. I think it was like kind of a joint effort of a lot of things over a long period of time. People just tried things, and then, oh, that kind of worked, and then, okay, well, let's try this, and then, oh, well, we got to think outside of the box on this one, okay? We can't just be the standard, ordinary, go to work every day kind of person. We really got to think about what we're doing here, and that's how the light bulb got invented. That's how all that crazy stuff got invented. And just think about it. I mean, you think about how a cell phone works, you know, you think about, oh, it's got a little chip in it, and it's lit on the screen, it's just a light on the screen, and that's how that works, but you really don't know how it actually works. That's the thing that's so crazy, how you can go from nothing to a cell phone. Like, you think, how on earth did somebody actually come up with an idea to make all that? Even just to come up with that idea is crazy, but to make it actually happen is like 10 times more insane. You know what I mean? Just how to make a light bulb work is crazy. How somebody just went from candles to just making a light bulb work. I mean, you understand that there's a light bulb and you turn on a switch, and that's how the light bulb turns on, and there's a little whatever thing that sends electricity, and yeah, you can talk about the specifics, but to sit there with, you know, a piece of wood and a fire like a caveman and then make a light is insane. To think how somebody just did that. And that's what I'm saying. You have to think outside the box with whatever it is you're doing with your life. And that's with any sort of skill, with any sort of, real life skill, sports skill, gaming skill, doesn't matter what it is. If you never think outside the box and you never keep an open mind, then you'll never get to that point to where you're better than everybody else. You have to do not ever limit yourself. The human mind is the craziest thing in this world. I mean, it's an organ in our body, and I'm telling you, it's more crazy than anything, because your mind is responsible for everything you see in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is responsible for literally everything, and I don't mean to get off on another topic here, but that's the thing about it, man. Like, that's why I love these tracks like this. Even though, like I'm saying, they may not be just so perfect of the on track or the ruts or the jumps or whatever. I know a lot of you guys probably think I'm this like super realistic track nut kind of guy, because I'm always like, oh, this track kind of sucks because the ruts aren't very realistic. But trust me, I'm not like that at all, man. I'm telling you, go look back at some of my old school tracks. Some of those are freaking insane, dude. Like, they are not realistic at all, I'm telling you. So I'm definitely not like that. It's just when a track's trying to be realistic, then you got to be kind of picky about how realistic it is. But when you get a track that's more just out there, so much more can be accepted. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a ton of my tracks that were just crazy out there, I mean, the on tracks on those probably sucked in comparison to a lot of other tracks, but at least it was innovative. At least it was something different. That's the cool thing, as long as you're doing something different, I promise you, people are going to love it. So that's usually what I rate tracks by, is how unique are they. So with this track, even though the actual on track is not just crazy, special, amazing, even though I really love how it is because it kind of fits the whole track design. It's pretty simple, but still yet it's got cool elevation and just weird different kind of jumps, so it just fits the weird mountain formations and everything. But some bigger, just bermy kind of ruts in this track. It's not so much like a very realistic, obviously it's not like a very realistic style track, but a lot of fun, man. This track is more just to have fun on. It's not about, getting all crazy competitive racing, perfect lap times. Like, this is just to have fun kind of track, and I love tracks like this. I know a lot of guys thought I was not like that at all, but I'm telling you, I've made tracks out there, they're so crazy that they're really not even that good of a track, like I'm saying, but I always look back at them and say, man, at least it was something different, at least it moving the culture forward. That's such an important thing, man. So I'm gonna give this track I don't know, I want to give it a lot, but there's me trying to do that backflip again. But I love just the creativity with the mountains and the different hills and the different jump sections. So I'm going to give this track a 9 overall. And I know it probably seems a little much to some of you guys, but I just love the uniqueness. Nothing will make me rate a track better than its actual uniqueness. Like, even with this track, there's no off-track billboards at all, really, that I see. It's just straight up decals and then some hills and mountains and whatnot, but I'm still giving it a 9 because it's thinking outside of the box. It's doing something a little different. It's a lot of these jump sections feel different, and you got this crazy ruddy Talladega corner right here. I would say the difficulty is probably medium on this track. It's not, I mean, there's a couple of weird jumps and whatnot, but for the most part, not that hard at all. So anyways, thanks for watching the video. Later, dudes.